So we are in the second week of a focused period of practice, which everyone is a part of. We're calling it being a true human being. What is this, being a true human being? Might begin with just being present in our bodies and our hearts and awake and aware. Our thoughts, our feelings, our speech, so that we can more and more embody and be that which our deepest heart desire is. I think we all hope we're kind and loving, good human beings. I really believe that that is our deepest intention, and we try really hard. And we forget. And because we're using the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh, Thich Nhat Hanh, I think, knows this as well as anyone. And so he has created really beautiful teachings to help us just keep coming back. Just keep coming back. And one of his beautiful teachings that aren't his, which I'm going to read you a little bit in a moment about this, is Gathas, little mantras, Gathas, that we can say throughout the day to just help us remember. Oh, here I am. Oh, here I am washing a dish. Oh, I can feel the water on my hand. Oh, here I am driving a car. This might be a good place to be in my body. Oh, here I am waking up. I was remembering Steve Sticky, who was one of the abbots of San Francisco Zen Center, who died a number of years ago of cancer. One of his practices was of saying a little gatha of gratitude every morning when he woke up, and his feet, when he would swing his sweet, he was very tall, swing his very tall legs and big feet over the side of his bed, and they would touch the floor as he would say a gatha, a reminder of gratitude. And that even through a very, very difficult and painful illness, it was his practice. And I have no doubt that it sustained him and helped him, because we just never know, do we? So let's all practice being grateful while we have our wits about us, or sort of, and help us keep our wits about us and aligned with these body and breath. So this is one of Thich Nhat Hanh's little classic books, Present Moment, Wonderful Moment, Mindful Verses for Daily Living. I've had it for a long time. I'm enjoying pulling these off the shelf. This one is from 1990, and it also has wonderful little drawings in it by Mayumi Oda. Here's her picture of her waking up in the morning. I didn't think I was going to show pictures, but maybe I will. So I want to read you some of these gathas, and then we're going to write some.
What is this book, Chris?
It's called Present Moment, Wonderful Moment, Mindfulness Verses for Daily Living. The simple little book, but not so simple. So I wanted to begin by reading you something from the introduction from Thich Nhat Hanh. He says, this is Thich Nhat Hanh speaking, "When I entered the Tu Hui Monastery as a novice in 1942, I received a copy of Gathas for everyday use, compiled by the Chinese meditation master Du Tai. So it was part of his tradition. Gathas are short verses which we can recite during our daily activities to help us dwell in mindfulness. Dutai's book of 50 gathas was written for monks and nuns of former times. And at Plum Village, where Thich Nhat Hanh lived in France, he died in the last weeks. We practice gathas when we wake up, when we enter the meditation hall, during meals, and when we wash the dishes. In fact, we recite gathas silently throughout the entire day to help us attend to the present moment. We often become so busy. Has that ever happened to you? That we forget what we are doing or even who we are. I know someone who says he even forgets to breathe. Good thing the body remembers. Whoops! We forget to look at the people we love and to appreciate them. I want to say that one again. We forget to look at the people we love and to appreciate them until it is too late. And even when we have some leisure time, we don't know how to get in touch with what is going on inside and outside ourselves. So we turn on the television or pick up the telephone. This was written back in the day of telephone, but we're going to update it to Zoom and cell phones. We all sort of get the idea of it so that we can escape from ourselves. We have all, during this pandemic, found ways to probably, hopefully, be more present with ourselves, and we've probably found all kinds of ways to distract. So we're going to call each other home. He says to meditate is to be aware of what is going on in our bodies, our feelings, our minds, and in the world. When we settle into the present moment, settle in, out. Just keep coming back. We can see beauties and wonders right before our eyes. A newborn baby, the sun arising in the sky. We can be very happy just by being aware of what is in front of us. And one way to help us dwell in the present moment is to practice reciting gathas or mindfulness verses. When we focus our mind on a gatha, we return to ourselves and we become more aware of each action. When the gatha ends, we continue our activity with heightened awareness. When we practice with gathas, the gathas and the rest of our life become one, and we live our entire life in awareness. This helps us very much, and it helps others as well. We find that we have more peace, calm, and joy, which we can share with others. As exercises in both meditation and poetry, gathas are very much in keeping with the Zen tradition. When you memorize a gatha, it will come to you quite naturally, for example, when you turn on the water or drink a cup of tea. It's a little bit like the koans that we were practicing with. Koans, you kind of study, you practice with them, and then you forget about them, and all of a sudden one just pops right up. As we practice with these gathas, you'll each find one or two or maybe more that particularly feel like home and something you want to carry with you. It'll surprise you. You'll just be mindlessly washing the dishes, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, present moment, wonderful moment. Oh, going to the bathroom. Oh, if you go to San Francisco Zen Center, if you've lived in the monastery, which I did, there's little gathas that you say before you go into the bathroom. There's little gathas that you say before you eat a meal. We don't call them that so much in Zen Center, but they're there. They're everywhere. So let me share a couple with you from Thich Nhat Hanh. and then we'll see what comes through us. First one is waking up. Waking up this morning, I smile. 24 brand new hours are before me. I vow to live fully in each moment and to look at all beings with eyes of compassion. And then you begin to align it with your breath. So you take it into your body. Waking up this morning, I smile. 24 brand new hours are before me. I vow to live fully in each moment and to look at all beings with eyes of compassion. You could put that right by your bed or on the mirror in the bathroom. And then you can begin to shorten it. Waking up, I smile. Living fully, eyes of compassion. Begins to drop more and more down into the body. Thich Nhat Hanh says, if you really know how to live, what better way to start the day than with a smile? Your smile affirms your awareness and determination to live in peace and joy. How many days slip by in forgetfulness? What are you doing with your life? Look deeply and smile. The source of a true smile is an awakened mind. Some of these gathas might also, I just turned up the sound a little bit, Renee. I hope that works. I'll talk a little louder too. Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. You might notice when you wake up in the morning what your first thoughts are. Do you wake up worrying? Gathas will help you pay attention. And then what would it be to wake up each morning with the intention to smile, to be here fully, and to see with the eyes of compassion? No, I have 100,000,000 things to do today, and I think I really need to run through that whole schedule before I even get out of bed or on the way to the bathroom or whatever it is. Oh, smile. I vow. Here I am. Compassion. So now you've made it to the bathroom. Brushing your teeth. Here's Thich Nhat Hanh's little gatha. Brushing my teeth and rinsing my mouth. Brushing my teeth and rinsing my mouth. I vow to speak purely and lovingly. When my mouth is fragrant with right speech, a flower blooms in the garden of my heart. He says, each toothpaste manufacturer tells us that his brand will make our mouth clean. Their brand will make our mouth clean and our breath fragrant. But if we do not practice right speech, our breath can never be completely fragrant. I was in Biak once, which is in an island near Irian Jaya, and they had statues with really big noses. And we said, "Why are the noses so big?" And they said, "It's really important to smell your words." May I smell my words, the fragrance of my words, and may they smell of, may they know the fragrance of love and tenderness. Ooh, oh, that smells so good. In Vietnamese, he says, we say your words smell bad to mean your words are not kind or constructive, but rather they are sharp, slanderous, and misleading. Our speech can build a world of peace and joy in which trust and love can flourish, or it can create discord and hatred. Right speech means that our words are both truthful and beautiful. Gathas can help us remember. Smell your words. Here's a nice one. Thich Nhat Hanh has lots of gathas about eating. Do you say a little prayer before you eat? I do. It's a really lovely thing to do. Might be just as lovely to say little gathas while you're in the midst of eating so that we can remember to actually taste what we're eating. Here's beginning to eat. With the first taste, I promise to offer joy. With the second, I promise to help relieve the suffering of others. With the third, I promise to see others' joy as my own. And with the fourth, I promise to learn the way of non-attachment and equanimity. I could imagine shortening this. First, joy. Second, relieving suffering. Third, your joy is my own. And fourth, chewing this bite with equanimity for all beings. I think you're getting the feeling. Okay, just a couple more here. Well, there's one for turning on the television. There's one for driving the car. Before starting the car, I know where I am going. The car and I are one. If the car goes fast, I go fast. What if you put that on your dashboard? Thich Nhat Hanh says, when you see a red light or a stop sign, we can smile at it and thank it because it is a bodhisattva helping us return to the present moment. Can you imagine every time you saw a stop sign, you thanked it, or a red light, you thanked it and bowed to it as a bodhisattva? The red light is a bell of mindfulness. We may have thought of it as an enemy preventing us from achieving our goal. But now we know the red light is our friend. Oh, thank you, red light. I'm sorry, this makes me laugh. Think of the wonderful gathas we could do with the green light. Oh, green light, my friend, thank you for opening the way before me so that I can save all beings. I just made that up, but you're going to make some up too. Now we know the red light is our friend, helping us resist rushing and calling us to return to the present moment where we can meet with life, joy, and peace. Even if you are not the driver, you can help everyone in the car if you breathe and smile. We have all been on car rides where we could really help the driver by breathing and smiling. We all know this. Okay, so here's one that's found this one just to bring us right up to this very moment. You ready? Joining this Zoom meeting, I see that we are all together on this screen. We share a screen. We share this earth. I vow with all beings to keep my heart open to connection. Joining this Zoom meeting, I see that we are all together on this screen. We share this screen. We share this earth. I vow with all beings to keep my heart open to connection. What if we had a little gatha like this that we put on our computer? Here's a suggestion for how to shorten it. Meeting. Together. Share. Earth. Heart. Connection. Meeting. Together. Share. Earth. Heart. Connection. Okay, Bodhisattvas, here's the first thing I'm going to ask you to do. On your piece of paper, can you write down, please, 3 different possible gathas that you could write, that you could imagine might help you in your daily life?